So hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm starting something different. I decided that I wanted to do like a 24 day to the new year kind of life recap series story kind of thing. So because there's 24 days left until we hit a new decade. So I just feel like I just wanted to recap over this decade, what the 2000s has done for me, and just share some stories with you all. I'm outside in the track. There's nobody out here. I'm the only one out here. I saw somebody walking over there in the dark, but I don't know. But I'm the only one out here. I've been in the house all day. I said I need to get outside. If y'all don't know by now, I like to get outside and walk and just clear my mind and things like that. So if I feel like I'm getting out of breath, that's because I'm walking and talking, y'all. So yeah, I said I want to do that, because it's going to be, 2020's here, is a new decade. So I just want to share some stories with you all. It'll also give you a chance to know a little more about me, who I am, where I come from. So today is the first, I don't want to say episode, first series. So story one today. It's just going to be off the top of my head, nothing really planned. But I guess, I don't know, just be like an introduction. Look at that light though. So if you see it gets light and dark, it's because I'm walking around. Maybe after the next round, I may stop. So see that smoke? I mean that breath. It's cold here in New York City, y'all. It is cold today, and your girl ain't got no gloves on, but it's all good, y'all. So it is officially 24 days into 2020, y'all, a new decade. I hope, this decade has been good to you. I hope you learned a lot of things. I surely did. A lot has happened for me in this decade, in this season, I don't know what you want to call it, the 2000s. Yeah, because it's still 2000, but I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. So just a little bit about me. I think I kind of did a video before, but this is just different. It's a storytelling. So a little bit about me. I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26 December 15th. So in about 2 weeks from now, I'll be 26 years old, y'all. I can't believe it. And I feel like I'm older than that because I've been through a lot of shit, But I mean, all that stuff I've been through, I learned from it. I grew through it. I didn't really grow up with, I grew up in the foster system. So I was like in and out of my real home between, I went home, my mom got me back, me and my brothers back and sisters, and then we got taken away again. So I kind of grew up in the foster care system. Not a great place to grow up in, but I did get to still know who my family was. It wasn't that kind of situation where you don't see your family again. I was blessed to live with my great-grandmother. I've been living with strangers for about 3 years. And then, I don't know, after a while, my great-grandma came along, which is 87 now. She'll be 88 this coming January. So we lived with her, me, my younger brother Joshua, and my older brother Curtis. We lived with her. So we had the luxury of living with a parent, being our foster parent. So we stayed with her for about maybe, I want to say 2 years, 3 years, something like that. But and my father, my father came to visit. I see my father, but when we got separated, because that was kind of big, when we got taken away, we were in like some group home kind of thing for kids. But then I guess they found a home for us, I thought me and my two brothers, but it was just us as in separately. So when we were leaving that, that group home, sorry y'all, so when we were leaving that group home, there was 2 vans outside. So I thought, okay, we're all going together. So I'm going in the van with my brothers. Like, okay, we're going together, whatever. They're like, Octavia, you go in this van. I was like, huh? You know what I mean? I'm looking at my brothers like, what they mean, So we were being separated at that moment. And I was devastated. I was crying like crazy. Like, what? Y'all separated me from my brothers? Like, what the hell y'all, like, where I'm going, So that was kind of that was kind of sad for me as a young child. I don't remember how old I was, but I was young, but still aware to remember that. So that was kind of heartbreaking. And then they went together, I guess, and I went to live with a Spanish lady. So I was separated to live with a lady who don't speak no English. Like, what? How you do that? I'm a straight black girl, speak straight English. You're going to place me in a home with a lady. Oh, she was an older lady, too. Like, people be getting foster kids so they old because that's how they make their income. So, she ain't speak no English, like, barely. But she sure damn could cook, though. I remember that. She can make some flan. And her daughter can make them patalillos really good. But anyway, but I guess we worked it out because her daughter lived downstairs in her building. But long story short, I grew up in a foster care system. My mom died when I was 11 years old. So she died while, I was still in the system. So that was 2004. I was in foster care. I think I was 11. So it was shocking. I guess nobody expects a loved one to die, especially your mom. So I grew up without a mom from the age of 11 years old up until now. So, I remember that day of going to the hospital. My sister's calling us saying we got to come. We go in there. Everybody's there. My brothers and sisters, my grandmother, which is my mom's mother. My older brother was there. It was just sad, He was crying. He didn't want to go in the room, and I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, and I went in to go see. This is kind of sad, but I went to go see her, and she was just laying in the hospital bed, just gone. And I really didn't know what to think, what to say, or what to feel. I'm young. I'm 11 years old, And from there, I just remember the funeral. It was just, it was a lot. So it was just a lot to deal with, being young, not being able to have been home with her. It was a lot of, when you're a foster kid, you miss out. So me and my younger brother, we missed out on really getting to know our mom. So my two other sisters and one older brother, I guess I like the light. They got to really kind of know her, because they was always, around, and they would run away from where they was at to go visit. We got the chance to visit on weekends, or she would come over, but we didn't get to get that. So I felt like that's kind of what I was missing, because it's like you have questions, and that you would I think only your mom would know. Of course only your mom would know. I can't ask my grandmother, my dad and stuff like that. It's just certain questions that only she would know. So it's like, did you miss out? So I just missed out on having a mom. So growing up, I really didn't have a mother figure. There's people who, helped me out, gave me advice, things like that. But it was really nobody I could call mom. I have my mother-in-law and stuff like that. But me, somebody I personally feel like, damn, I can really sit here, you are like my mom. You know what I mean? And from what I remember, my mom was sweet. She was funny. I remember I used to make her laugh at a young age. She used to always, ask me to cook for her. The first thing I learned how to make was eggs and cheese. She used to be like, go make me some eggs and cheese. I'm like, I think I was younger than 11 at that time. On the stove, making some eggs and cheese for her. So I do remember certain things. It's been so long since I feel like, okay, is this real or, but I know it's real. There's a reason why I think about it and I remember it, but I know it's real, y'all. So yeah, fast forward to, I guess, I still was in foster care. Then my grandmother adopted me and my brother. Me and my youngest brother, she adopted us. So we lived with her from 2006 up until I graduated high school. So from 2006 to 2013, I graduated. Yeah, so it's just been there. But, we didn't have the best relationship. That's why I'm like, you would think, somebody who, your daughter just died, she left you with, left everybody with 5 kids. She had 5 kids, the 5 of us. You would think people would be more, but it's like, no, nobody gave a fuck. Everybody was just still doing their thing. We've been treated really, really unfairly. You know what I mean? But things happen. So me, um, middle school was good. I wasn't popular, but I had me a good amount of friends, I guess I should walk, but I like this lighting. I had me a good amount of friends, carried over to high school. Some people fall off, but it's not intentional. You just grow apart. Some people go, and then I moved too, so people grow apart. You go here, you go there, and then it's like, people just don't keep up and stay in touch, which is nothing wrong. Life goes on. But I moved. I've been in New York all my life, born and raised, Bronx, New York. So then I decided to move to North Carolina in 2013. So I graduated high school in January. I graduated early. High school was, I used to love school, like so much, like to the point where, I'll say that to another video. But I graduated in January 2013, and I moved down south February 4th. With my boyfriend at the time, moved down there, had our own place. I was excited, I'm like, all right, this starts the beginning of my real adulthood. I totally just did something I never thought I would do, which was move to a whole nother state. And I did it. It was a big move that I absolutely don't regret. A lot happened for me down there. I don't want to say to me anymore, because things happen for you for a reason. So a lot of things happened for me. I had to learn a lot. I had to grow a lot. I had to go through, the bad things, the good things, the ups and downs. It was a lot, because I was on my own. I didn't have no family out there. It was just his family. And I didn't have no friends. So I went to college. I moved to go to college, but I only did college for like a year and a half. And it was rough. It was absolutely rough, guys. Of course, people who are watching me, you guys go to college, it's rough. But especially if you go to college and we don't have the resources that you need. Like, down south is country. So it's not that bad, but you need a car to get to where you need to go. My school was in Durham. So from where I live was Carborough all the way to Durham. I mean, it's a ride. And the buses run a certain time, y'all. So you need a car. I needed a car bad. So I was just like, ugh. And then, of course, things didn't work out with me and my ex at the time. Boyfriend at the time, well, now ex, whatever the case is. So I moved out, got my own spot, and really, really had to just start adulting on my own. Like, seriously, paying bills, working, just keeping myself up. It was a lot. So I really had to just be an adult and take care of everything. So I started taking care of myself, and I had a roommate. Oh, man, let me just say. I mean, I don't know. I just can't do roommates anymore. I done had me about 3 or 4 roommates. I thank God for it, for the experience, for the help, for the opportunity. But I made it a goal, a vow to myself that I will never get a roommate again. Like, this really, my time to really, because I'm grown now. I shouldn't be having no roommates. I got a whole daughter now. So, But it was fun while it lasted, some on and off. You got to experience stuff. But I had a roommate. And I was like, I need to get me some transportation. I ain't had my license either. So everything that happened to me, I did in North Carolina. I got my license. Drove my first car. Had my first scooter. Yes, y'all, I was getting that money from school. And I wish I knew what I know now, but I was getting that money from school. So I said, let me go buy me a scooter. That seemed like the right thing to do here. People driving scooters to get to where they go. I don't need a license. Let me get one. Got me a scooter. And it was a wrap. I was going. I was driving everywhere. You know what I mean? And that was also a challenge too, because I bought a scooter, not knowing about it. Had difficulties all the time with it. And it was cold. It got cold. It gets cold in North Carolina. So it's like, I gotta get to work. I gotta get to school. I drove my scooter right in the snow, the rain, the sleet, just driving. People looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, yo, I gotta get to school too. I gotta get to work too. So it wasn't as fast as y'all call, but it did the job. You know what I mean? So it was to be cold to the point where you see in movies where some people like have their hand on a door handle or a bike or something, and it's so cold that your hand freeze to it. and you take it off, it's still in that shape like that. That's how my hands used to be, y'all. And you hear it going like, you know, I get to my classes and my shit is frozen. I'm like, wow. The struggle was real, y'all, but I made it. I got it to school, and I just dealt with it for a while, you know. And it was a lot. So thank God I came across people who helped me out, you know, who gave me rides, you know, and took me to the place I need to be, picked me up from work. While I was out there, I worked at Target, Staples, and a nursing home, and that was my main 3 jobs. I've been out there for like 4 years, I believe. But those jobs were separated between the years, you know. But it was tough, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I came a long way, y'all. And just, I don't know why I thought about this whole 24-day storytelling recap of this, you know, generation or century or decade, whatever you want to call it. I just thought about it because I feel like maybe, because you know how you go through certain things and a lot of stuff you don't get to talk about and let it out, let it go. So I feel like I just want to let it go. Of course, you're going to, you know, remember where you came from. But I don't always want it to be like, you know, some people, well, it's not going to hold me back. Because some people look back to the future and it keeps them down. I'm on a whole nother vibration now. That the things that happened to me made me who I am today. So I'm absolutely grateful for going through those things. But I never really got to, you know, talk about it, actually hear myself really talk about my experiences and what I've been through. So I said, why not do it on YouTube? You know what I mean? My audience has grown in the last 3-4 months. So I'm happy for that. Thank you guys. So I said, let me just do my little series, get everything off my chest, and then go into 2020 ready to, you know, pave the way and do my thing. So yeah, so North Carolina was really a big impact for me and on my life. A lot has changed. It was just a struggle, you know, not knowing the right directions to take, not knowing where to go, not knowing how to handle certain things. You know what I mean? So, and I did it, you know, and this is the thing that I think back to. I thank God so much because he has been on my side since day one. Even when I felt like, you know, how the heck I'm going to get out the situation. He always came through. Always came through. So if you've been through something, I need you to think back to a situation where you felt like it was just a wrap. You don't know how you're going to get out of it, but you got out of it and you're here today, guys. So give yourself a pat on the back for that, guys, because anything is possible. Trust me. I've been just thinking about it now. Like, I've been through so much shit that I was like, yo, how am I going to get out of this one? Like, what do I have to do to get, like, how am I, you know what I mean? So, and I'm here now, you know? So, it's just crazy, y'all. I met some great people down there as well. You know, as I said, there's a handful of people that I will never forget that actually helped me get through the toughest times in my life, you know? Even if we don't even, you know, talk as much as we did back then now, I just know that I'm forever grateful, you know what I mean? And any way I can give back to that, I will. So this is why I'm glad that I'm in the mindset that I am now. I'm at the bleachers, y'all. Whew, so you can see me. You know what I mean? So I will never forget, you know, where I came from and where I'm going. Because I went through a whole lot, you know, to be so young. You know, I thought I was, you know, because you think a lot. You think, you know, you're going to be with this person forever. You think, oh, I'm going to get this job. You think, oh, I'm going to go to college. Everything's going to be good. And it's not. It completely turns out to be the opposite. Don't get me wrong. Some people do, you know, go to college and do things. But I just feel like it's not for everybody, you know. I know I'm smart. I know, you know, I could do things that I put my mind to. But it just wasn't for me. And then I was also very distracted as well. So it was just a lot going on. But all in all, I thank God for really pulling me through and getting me through those tough situations I thought I wouldn't. You know, from having these jobs that are not paying well, struggling to pay my rent. Rent was cheap. Like now, like I always say, damn, if I had this good job or if I had this money, I would still, you know, my rent was cheap. When I first moved down to North Carolina, my rent was $490 for a 1 bedroom. That is not bad at all. Some people pay that here in New York or more for a room. Like, you sharing the whole room with people. No, I had a whole house for $400, y'all, a month. That was not bad. And then, but that was my house together. But then when I really moved out and got my own spot, it was about $560, and that still wasn't bad for a washer, dryer, little amenities, my own, parking. It was dope for $560, and it wasn't bad. So it was like, damn, I couldn't keep a $560, and I couldn't because the job I was working, I worked at Staples. Staples didn't pay me shit. You know what I mean? Even got promoted to copy, center or whatever the case is, thinking that's gonna pay me more, and it didn't. I don't even know if they changed my pay. You know what I mean? So it was a struggle, y'all. That's why I say starting a business is really the best thing you could do. I'm so happy and grateful that I had that mindset of wanting more, because back then in North Carolina, I always knew, even before that, but I always knew I was destined to do something more than just, go to school, work all the time, see no money, and pay bills, y'all. I joined my first business down south with another health industry. At the time, it was It Works body wraps. I started that because I was like, you know what, I need some more. Actually, I started because I needed some more money, and I was just trying to figure out how can I make some money like now, because I need it. Excuse me. So I joined that company. It didn't work out because I don't know, it just didn't work out for me. The way it was built, and I guess the comp plan, I didn't understand. But at the beginning, I know you had to get a certain amount of people before you can get a certain. It was just a lot for me, and I ain't had time for that, so that didn't work out. So I just still knew that I needed something, you know what I mean? But eventually, I let that go. I got some more debt, and things just started happening, and things just started getting crazy. So I just had to leave. I said, I need to go back home. I don't know why I thought I needed to come back, but I just felt like it was a lot going on. I wanted to get away. So I moved back home to New York in 2016. And here I am. I've been here ever since. So 16, 17, 18, 19. I've been here about 4 years now. About to be 4 years. So, and, then I started another business. I was working. Where I worked at? Came home. I worked at a tax place. Then I worked at Macy's, and then I went to work at Little Caesars. It was just like, then I worked for a home health aid joint. So it just, skipping from job to job. That shit is annoying, y'all. And at the end of the day, there's no such thing as a good job. I'm thinking, damn, I need to find me a good job, this and that. And as long as you're working for the next person, you are never going to have a good job. And I had to learn that, you know what I mean? So working these jobs expecting to make money and get a raise, that shit is out the window, because nobody's going to, people stay at these jobs for 30 and 40 years expecting to get a raise, and it never happens. So this is why you have to take your life in your own hands, take your matters in your own hands, and do what's best for you. So that's why I'm glad I planted my feet with TLC, Total Life Changes, y'all, because they make it so easy. Jack Fallon is a genius. He makes it so easy for the average person to win and be successful and have a good life without doing so much. You know what I mean? You can make, it's just crazy. And the comp plan, we have the best comp plan in the world. Yes, we do. So that's what I'm saying. Anybody can do this. You know what I mean? I'm storytelling, but this is part of my life as well. Total Life Changes. You know what I mean? The products work. You know what I mean? The community is fabulous, awesome, and amazing. And you don't have to build no team with TLC. That's the thing. You can make you a nice, good 6-figure check, 4-figure check, 5-figure check, whatever, just from the first way we get paid, which is retail. And all you're doing is taking the product, being a product of the product, sharing your experience with other people, and boom, that's where your money comes in. That's where you're going to start making money. So it's just awesome and amazing, y'all. This is why, I want to build a team of people who, really are serious about changing their life, y'all, because it's about to be a new decade, 2020, y'all. Just think about that. It's about to be 20 motherfucking 20. What do you have planned for your life? What do you have planned for your future? What is going to be different? I don't want to do the same shit I've been doing all the 20 teens and stuff in 2020. No, I don't. I want to be different. I done been through enough to know what not to do and how to go about doing things differently. So I'm sure you all have too. So really think about what the hell do you want to do for yourself in 2020? And you gotta think logic, you gotta think facts, because you know the world is changing, y'all. A lot is changing, a lot is going on, and you don't want to be left behind, you and your family. So when you see me and people talk about the CBD movement, yes, join the movement, guys. This is a big breakthrough in the health and wellness industry in a lot of people's lives. This is expected to be billions of dollars, 22 billion, if not more. You know what I mean? So just really analyze yourself and don't knock it until you try it, guys. If you want some information about it, go through my videos and see. I always talk about it, or send me a message and I'll send you some more information about it. I'll leave the link down below if you want to get started, guys. Don't worry about it being hard or you being scared. Listen, time and position is everything. What you need to do is just lock your spot in now and be in position. Get your products, get yourself binary qualified, and just and let's do the damn thing. You know what I mean? But get yourself in position, guys. I don't care if you want to sign up. Get yourself in position. Just take the product until you get your result. Everybody who comes to me or join my team or wants to do business with me as far as TLC, I'm always going to recommend that you try the products first. Get on the products because the products work and the products will sell themselves, and you will see that, guys. So I'm just super excited, guys. So I won't keep this video too long. This is just episode 1 or story 1 of my 24 day recap. I don't know what I'm naming yet. I'll figure it out. But I'm just be telling a story per day about, you know, just me and what, you know, this year and the past years has done for me, because we go into a new decade, or what this decade, I guess I could call it this decade, right? What this decade has did for me, and just putting it all behind me and moving into the new decade, y'all. So to be continued. I guess this is part 1 of this story, because I was talking about North Carolina. So yeah, this is part 1 of my story, y'all. So it's kind of cold out here. Like I said, there's nobody out here. I just want to get out here and walk, because I've been in the house all day. I've been, you know, doing his stuff with Juicy. I've been with the baby, and I just need my me time. I don't care what nobody says. It's important that you get your me time. You know, I love my baby, but I need my space. She could be a lot sometimes, you know. And that brings me into my part 2 of this story, guys. So I'll be looking here, then I'll be looking here. I just gotta get it together. So anyway, y'all, I'm at the track. I'm about to start walking back. I just needed some air for a quick second, guys. So stay tuned to tomorrow's video, part 2 of this story. And you guys stay awesome and stay blessed, y'all. And hope you guys have an awesome, amazing day. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you know every time I upload a new video. I don't know. My skin kind of getting clear, but then I be coming out of nowhere breaking out with some little stuff. I got to stop trying to sneak little candies and shit like that. Eating stuff I ain't supposed to be eating. But anyway, y'all, stay tuned. See you guys later. Bye.